This is one of my most anticipated upcoming factory builder automation style games. This is Swarmdustry, and I think the best way of putting it, it's kind of like reverse Factorio. So you start as a bug-like human creature, and what we need to do is we basically need to use the planet, the environment, and a whole bunch of bugs in order to build up a factory and retake the planet. It's pretty wacky. Anyway, what have we got here? We've got 3 resources which we're going to be using pretty extensively over the course of the game. We've got an iron deposit, we've got a spore deposit, and we have got a coal deposit. The way that we can extract these resources is, of course, with our trusty, I was going to say trusty mining tool, but I think it's just like our hand or our arm that has been hardened into some, like, shell or carapace or something. I don't know. But we're going to want to automate this basically as quickly as we possibly can. To do that, we're going to need 2 bits of kit. We're going to need the depot, which I'm going to add to my hotbar. And we're also going to need the miners. The miners are the first units that we have access to, but we've also got access to the fireflies. We can't actually make these suckers at the moment. In fact, we can basically make absolutely nothing, but we're gonna be able to make them in due course. Anyway, first things first, let's get ourselves a depot down. We're going to want to get 3 depots in the early game. 1 to mine iron, 1 to mine spores, and 1 to mine coal. And in order to make another one, I'm going to need some iron bars, some iron gears, and some spores, and all of that good stuff. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to place down 2 miners per depot. And if we do that, you can see that they will go underground, they will burrow to the correct location, and then hopefully, once they have got their goods, in this case spores, in this case iron, they will deliver them back to the depot, which is pretty darn nice. And as you can see, we are now automatically producing spores and iron, and if I toggle alt, then yep, we can see exactly what we are making. That is looking pretty darned good. In terms of refinement, the way that refining works is that we need to get ourselves a forge. Forge is pretty darn simple. We literally just need to get some spores, and then we can build a living forge. Let's put that into position number 3. Let's build it here temporarily for now. I'm going to need a little bit of coal in order to make sure that it operates, but the forge works exactly as you would imagine a forge works. We put coal in, and we can either put iron ore, we can either put iron ore in to the top to make iron bars, which I guess on this occasion I will do. But we can also put spores in. Let me just build another living forge real quick. Right over there. We can also put spores into the top here, and that will make us spore pods, which is kind of nice. Okay, let's proceed and see if we can try and get ourselves... enough goods to get another depot so that I can automate coal production. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to produce the miners for the coal, but at least if we can press on and get another depot, that would allow me to automate proceedings. In fact, I might even be able to do that, like, literally right now. I think I am. Cool. Alright, so if I do that, let's take one of you up as well, and we'll put you down here, and we'll literally just get ourselves 1 miner. That's fantastic. Cool. Alright, as you can see, you went underground. I don't know why it was showing you going underground over there, but you're definitely out here. You're definitely mining coal, and that is definitely what we like to see. Okay, this is all looking very, very good. I'm pretty happy with how this is all coming together. Next thing we are going to have to do is research. Now, whilst we are doing that, I'm going to invite you to subscribe. If you've not subscribed already, absolutely consider doing so. YouTube tells me that 72% of you watching are likely not subscribed. So if you're a fan of automation games, city builders, base builders, this sort of game, and a whole bunch more, consider subscribing. Costs you nothing. And making a big push to get some more people subscribed to the channel if you're watching regularly. Okay, this is the tech tree that we have here. Tech tree is pretty darn cool. It takes these DNA cube style things. The DNA cube style things are made and consumed in a genetics chamber. Genetics chamber is going to take 18 iron bars and 10 spore pods to build. I think we actually should have enough to do this. No, we need a few more iron bars. There we go. Okay, good enough. Good enough. We get ourselves a genetics chamber. Now, genetics chamber is going to go... you know what? We can put it out here for now. Yeah, that's probably a stupid location. We should probably just keep it, like, right in the center. The reason that I was going to put it a little bit further away is because we are going to need to power this building in order to make it work. Now, we can select a recipe. This is cool. It's a good bit of kit, this, actually. We can throw the spore pods in, and then we throw the iron bars in, and it will make the DNA, the purple DNA blocks. But here's the catch. We don't currently have any energy. So we're going to have to get some energy. Now, thankfully, we do start with a boil chamber. The boil chamber is this bit of kit. And it's also pretty darn cool. All that we do is we literally just add coal into the boil chamber, and it will start, like, fizzing up in these, like, tank things, and then it will produce energy. And if you have a little look at I can't hover over it, but if you have a little look at the left-hand side of the screen there, you can see that there is a stored energy value, a refuel timer. Every time that refuels, we are going to see more energy being added to the storage bin. Now, how do we get resources, or how do we get the energy resource from here into here? Well, that is to do with bugs, and it's specifically to do with these firefly bugs. These firefly bugs are super cool bits of kit, and they basically deliver electricity from where it is produced to where it needs to go. However, I currently am missing a little bit of kit, otherwise known as a pylon. It's not really called a pylon in this game. It's called a needle spire or something. But we need some lumber in order to make it, so that's what I'm going to go and do. Yeah, needle spire, and that's made from lumber and spore pods. Do I have any spore pods? No, I don't. Thankfully, they are manufactured quite quickly, and we literally just need one of them. Build that there. Good. Let's put you into position number 5. And here, there we go. We literally just grab this. And as you can see, we are going to see the fireflies fly around. They're going to pick up the goods. And then they're going to go over to the pylon. And they're going to deliver the electricity or energy to the pylon. And then that pylon has got a coverage area. And everything in that coverage area is going to get powered. In this case, it is the genetics chamber. The genetics chamber clearly needs more iron. It's clearly going to need a bunch of additional resources. But you get the picture, right? You get the picture. We're going to be able to produce and consume our research components here. So the purple DNA blocks are already manufactured. They're just going to chill there. I could take them out. I could use them somewhere else. But I think consuming them in here, if we've got the advantage, if we've got the ability to do that, then why not? Okay, turning our attention to the research tree. It's not bad. It's pretty extensive for an early build of the game. Couple of things that we're going to want to get straight away. For me, light's an absolute game changer. Certainly, you know, during the course of the evening when it's dark, absolutely helps to have a light, helps me showcase exactly what's going on. Logistics code. Primitive paths take form. The hive learns to burrow and branch. So this is going to unlock splitters, basically. We'll talk about pathing and belts in just a second. But probably the most important bit of kit for us right now in the early game is going to be this. I don't know why it's on, like, tier 2, but it's independent and it only costs 5 DNA block. Anyway, we're going to start sequencing this. We're immediately going to start seeing the genetics chamber just start to do that. But this weak heart is going to allow us to make a weak heart, but also allow us to make some units. So we're able to make a mover, we're able to make a miner, and we're going to be able to make a firefly, all of which is useful. All of these resources, by the way, all of those units will have as a base component the larva. Now, we can make larva in our little crafting interface down here, but they take quite a long time. They take 10 seconds, so we're going to want a way to automate that in a little bit. Also, can I get more of these? Yeah. I can get this bit of kit. This is a grabber. It's not a living unit, but it is a helpful bit of kit. And if I get one, maybe 2 of these. Yeah, see, look at how long it takes to make larva. See, we probably should just always be crafting larva if we can help it. Let's get half of this in there, half of that in there. Cool. This is looking good. And we need some more iron in here. Yeah, here's what I'm currently thinking. I would like just like a few grabbers. And I'd like the grabbers to do, like, very, very basic. Very, very, very basic operations here. I'm going to need to get some more needle spires, haven't I? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So we get a needle spire here. We get a needle spire here. That will allow the fireflies to go and juice up everybody. And hopefully... I mean, it's not showing right now because we have got loads and loads of iron ore actually in here. But that will allow us to get... some stuff automated, at least partially automated. And let's maybe do the same with this living forge over here. We can nab ourselves another grabber, maybe. And that grabber will just put resources sort of straight into there. Look at that. Perfect. And then maybe at the other side, I mean, if we've already done partial automation, let's see if we can try and nab ourselves just some wooden chests for now. That would be fine. I mean, this is a very, very compact setup, and I'm not sure that I like it. But on the other hand, I think I kind of do, to be honest. This is looking and feeling really, really nice. We need to make sure that you're juiced up. We need to make sure that you're powered. But that's fine. Yeah, that's looking not too shabby. Right, what does the heart need? The heart just needs more iron for research. And I am happy to provide it. There we go. I'll give you more spores and more iron, and suddenly we are going to be completing the research for the weak heart, which is going to be great. Oh, we can also add modules as well. Okay, well, that's maybe something that we want to play around with, but not quite yet. Anyway, good news. Great news, in fact. We finished our bit of research. Let's immediately start work on some lights. I know it's not super sexy, but it'll allow me to see a little bit better. There's our new bit of kit. A weak heart is made from spore pods and iron bars. And then now, look at that. We can make some more fireflies. We can make some miners. And we can make a mover. Let's immediately get... Thank you. Let's immediately get 2 more miners. And that will just allow us to work our coal mine. And also to work our spore mine at full capacity, because, as I said, we're only able to get 2 miners per depot. But we can get multiple depots around this facility over here, and that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, this is all looking good. Okay, so we can talk about belts in just a second. Is there any other things that I need to worry about? Oh yeah, there are some enemies down here. We have a little look at the minimap. They're not a million miles away from me, but there are enemies there, and that is something that we will need to consider over the course of time, but maybe not for now. What else do I want to get? I probably just want to automate. Resource extraction here. I say resource extraction. Production of research in the genetics chamber. Because everything else is actually looking pretty darned good. I mean, there is another interstitial step that I can get done. Hold on. Yeah, yoink me a few more spores. This is kind of embarrassing, but I need spores. I mean, if I need raw spores, specifically, by the way, to make the living forge here. If I need raw spores, I should probably just get another depot. But here's the thing. I need this over here, and then I need... What do I need? I need more iron. I constantly need more iron. I mean, I'm really trying to stretch my resources as far as they will go. That's going to go there. It's going to go there. And here's what we're going to do. Living Forge is going to have coal as an input. Coal as an input, and also coal as a power source. And that will allow us to make coal. I don't know what the difference is with this. I mean, I think this coal burns slightly better. I don't know if it burns longer. I presume that it does. I presume it's like a sort of charcoal style thing. But I guess... I mean, we're going to need it for some more advanced bits and bobs later, but for now I was just planning to use it in the boil chamber and hope that it gives me some more bang for my buck. That's basically it. What do you need? Do you need more fuel? You know what? Sure. Let's try this. I mean, it does seem that it's going slower. Let's try this. Hold on. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's going slower. And so if we have the ability to do this, then why the heck wouldn't we? It seems like an absolute no-brainer. Okay, lights. Where are my lights? Where are my lights? Why are they not coming to me? It's because we need some more purple DNA blocks. That's fine. Any other units that I want to build? I mean, I could maybe build some more fireflies. That's probably not the craziest idea in the world. I will not be able to build many, though, because I have got a little bit of a chronic iron shortage. Could I get another... I need to do so much. We've got lights now. That's great. Let's build a couple of lights. And let's just put them... Sure, around the base in strategic locations. That seems decent. And also, let's deploy our fireflies. And they are immediately going to join in and start sucking up all of the stored energy, of which we have got none. That's a bit of a shame. Now, you might think Hey, Potato, why don't you just automatically have resources coming out of this boiler and stick them into, or stick them out, coming out of the forge and straight on into the boiler? And to that I would say, that's a very, very intelligent thing to suggest, and I... and I want to do that. Right, get that over there, and then get this in here. Sure, great. That will not work until you're fueled. Yeah. Great. Okay. Cool. That's looking a little bit better now. That's looking a little bit better. Should be completely fine. Should be completely fine. Are we gonna have enough energy to power our entire operation? I think so. I think so. It might be a little bit tight, but I think so. Okay, next thing on the research agenda. There's a couple of different cheap bits of research. The hatchery is pretty good. This is going to allow us to automatically make larvae. However, we're going to require synthetic skin in order to build said hatchery, and that is actually like a tier 2 bit of research. Logistics, maybe the basic brain. I mean, there's nothing really to the basic brain within the context of this game. I guess we'll get it. It's really easy. It's spore pods and an iron gear. But it doesn't actually unlock anything directly apart from, like, a recipe. So we're going to have to get some more research before we go on and do that. Yeah, what I want to do is get another one of these over here. I would like to get, actually, I'd like to get a depot. The reason that I need a depot is I need to start manufacturing basic spores. Yeah. I need basic spores, so I'm going to need, what, 6. I need 6. Okay, actually, just get rid of you. Just get rid of you for now. I need 6 basic spores in order to make a living furnace. So we will get that done pretty much immediately. What do we need? 8 iron bars. Iron bars are the easiest thing in the world to come by. I also want to double up, hence why I expanded my needle spire over here. I want to double up my iron ore production. For now, however, let's get you down there. Let's see, what do we need for this? 1, and if I make 1 more, we're going to have to spawn another larva, but... Or, what is this, larvae? Larva. 1 larva, multiple larvae. We get that miner deployed, and it says that you're going underground over there. That's a bug, literally, not figuratively. But that's going to allow me to get some basic spore production, and as soon as I get you deployed, that's going to be the second basic spore production. So, that's nice. Cool. Coal. Let's get coal in here. Let's get half the coal in there. Nice. And you, with all of your spores, in fact, all of your spores, let's replace you now. Great. All of your spores, you will allow me to make 1, 2, and then maybe a third one of these. Nice. So, yoink that down there. Yoink that down there. You require a little bit more power. That's okay. What do I need? Iron? No. Probably coal? Probably going to need to get more coal. What did I want to do with this second depot? Or, well, I guess this 4th depot. I don't know. I don't actually know what I wanted to do with that. Okay, no matter. No matter at all. Let's get one of these suckers and a few more bits of wood. And then we plonk you over there. That works like an absolute flippin' dream. Works like an absolute flippin' dream. We're going to get plenty of iron ore coming through. I think as long as this number stays high, we should be good. And I think we can supply 2 living forages off the amount of iron ore that we're getting. Okay, so this is all looking good. Next thing that we probably want to do is to automate our... We probably want to automate our research. Do you know what? You know what we should do? We should build a new resource area. Also, worth noting, by the way, where is it? Yeah, this is a creep producer. If you have a little look here, every time it hits 60, we're able to get some more creep. I think this is the creep over here that we're making. I don't know who else is a creep producer. The Living Forge is a creep producer as well, apparently. Also, are we... Looks like we've got plenty of energy. It just looks like we're not delivering that energy to where it needs to go. Is all of this connected in a... Oh no, what am I talking about? It's not the energy issue, it's just the fact that there's no coal. Okay, anyway, yeah, what I was going to say is we should probably start to build a proper production area. So let's see if we can try and do that. Let's get 2 miners. 2 miners here. They're going to extract spores. That's great. That's going to be useful. We get the 2 miners placed down in this vicinity, and we're going to literally just have a very sort of similar setup. We'll get ourselves a living forge. Are we able to supply multiple? No, we're only able to supply one singular living forge with the amount of resources that I'm getting through here. Yeah, let's also... Whoops. Let's get 1, 2. Fantastic. We'll get a grabber into here. We'll get a living forge in there. We'll get a spire in there. That's good. Again, I think coal... I think I'm probably just fine using... supplying the coal manually for now. Because, I mean, the amount of coal that we're getting is really, really large. And to be honest, I could probably do with just getting another coal depot and plumbing that in. Sure. And let's do 2 more miners whilst we're at it. Anyway, so this is looking good. It's looking very, very good. Loads of resource coming through. Let's get 2 more grabbers. Let's also get... You know what? Let's get 2 genetics chambers. Let's get 2 genetics chambers because we're going to expand up here and we're going to... Yeah, we're going to ultimate. We're going to ultimate everything. We're also going to use belts for the first time. It's a little bit disingenuous to call the game... to call the things in this game belts, because they're really not belts. They're something weirder than belts, which is kind of cool, but also kind of weird at the same time. Anyway, let's get... Oh, I need some more wood. I mean, technically, I guess we've got enough wood to make a few more needle spires, which is actually what I need. Yep, cool. Put that down there. And then after that, we can get ourselves one of these here. And then we get ourselves a genetics chamber right in there. I was also thinking, hey, we'll probably put another genetics chamber in here. But I'm not actually sure that we can supply... I'm not actually sure that we can supply enough... enough of the spore pods to get continuous uptime. It's a lot more iron, or it's a lot more iron bar that we need, but still we need quite a lot of spores in order to make it work. You know what? We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. We'll see if it works. You need energy, and yeah, we clearly are not producing enough energy, or we're not moving enough energy. I think, honestly, it is probably the energy movement issue that we need to resolve. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get as many as we can. Also, look at this. Look at this. We're actually... Yeah, pretty much we've worked through this this stockpile over here. That's nice. That is really nice. Okay, with this brand new depot, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start producing iron for consumption over here. It's not going to be pretty, or at least it's going to be small, but it's going to be small, but we're going to work up there. Let's deploy these fireflies so that we can deliver more energy, which, I mean, according to the energy produced, there's plenty of stored energy, so it's just a case of moving it to where it needs to go. That's the main thing. Right. No, I don't want to... Deposit slots, input fuel. No, I just need to put into... I just need to put into input. That's kind of cool how you can set that. But why are you not working? You have no energy? Is that because we are just waiting for more energy to be delivered? I guess so. Looks like it's working. Okay, yeah, I guess we just need like a lot more energy because this is a very, very energy intensive area. Cool. Anyway, back down here. We got 2 iron miners that are mining iron. Let's get one more of those. 2 iron miners that are mining iron. That's perfect. What I also would like to get is a living forge. Yep. Let's do 2 living forges. We will buffer here. We will get... this is where our lack of wood comes in. I'm going to go quickly harvest some more wood. Right, 100 wood. Bang on. Acquired. Fantastic. Let's make... In glorious celebration, let's make like 10 pylon things. And let's get this... I don't really want to be throwing it right into the middle of a patch. Supply patch, but... Yeah, okay. Well, we'll do that anyway. It's fine. Right, so we're going to get loads and loads of iron ore coming out here. Let's do... Let's actually move you back. Yeah, I realize that might be a problem. Let's get some Let's get some iron chests, because ironically they're actually cheaper on the old lumber, and lumber is the big limiting factor for us, because it's the only resource that I can't produce automatically. Do you know what? No, hold on. Let's readjust the position of this, because we got to think about, like, real estate that is in proximity to these iron deposits is really the sort of, like, most premium real estate that we can get. So let's sort of design a system that moves things further away. Nice, as opposed to doing all of the production locally. Alright, good. Then we have outputs. Then we have outputs. And that will be fine. Excellent. 99 coal. That is exceptional, to be honest. Let's replace all of it in there. And I'll take half of it out here. And I'll put half of it into there. And then the other half into there. And that will give me, I hope, a pretty decent setup. Yeah, that's not looking too shabby. But that's going to give me the iron bars. Right. It's time to address the elephant in the room. Or should I say the bug in the room. Something in the room. Belts. The way that belts work is weird. There's two components to any belt. There is a trail buffer, which I will make one of, and then there is a swarm trail, of which I need actually quite a lot. They're quite cheap, just one iron bar, one spore pod, but we need a lot of them. We're also going to need to get a couple of movers. I think 4 will be fine. That's not too shabby. We're going to have to get the larva made, obviously, and that's going to take a little bit of time, but that's fine. So, here's the way that it works. The first bit of the belt always has to be a trail buffer. That is fine. Let's make that trail buffer go there. And then we basically, as normal, just make the belt with the trail. It's fine. That's not good. That's perfect. I'm going to need more. Yep. How many am I going to be able to make? 14, because I need more spores. It's fine. Good. And good. And yeah, give me loads of spores. Give me loads of spores. Give me loads of iron. Do we need more fireflies? I think we do need more fireflies. 1, 2, 3, 4. More fireflies. That would be good. And larva, make a mover real quick, and then we get more. We get more belt. We can also deal with the other end up here. What I want to be doing is basically setting up like a little offloading station. And that's what we're going to do over here. Right, 14 bits of belt. Is this going to be enough to get us all the way where we need to go? No, very frustratingly, it is not. Do I want to cancel these fireflies? Yeah, cancel most of the fireflies. And then get one of the belts and then 50? Yeah, sure, we'll make 50. We'll make 50 bits of belt. We're going to need loads of belt for loads of stuff anyway, so that's fine. Right, deploy the fireflies. Yep, if we're seeing issues like this, that is basically because our network is not readily enough supplied. We also need to be aware of the connections. I mean, obviously, if the firefly needs to go from here to here, it kind of has to take a little bit of a crazy route at the moment, whereas we could rectify that by just putting one of these suckers right in the middle here. I don't necessarily need to do that. I don't want to do it right now, but it is just something that we're going to need to keep in mind. Yeah, we want to get you over here. Okay, so let's finish off this swarm trail. It's going to work, as I say, mostly like a belt for now. That's not connected up, but that's fine. Mostly like a belt, and then there we go. That's good. You're set to take everything that you need, and we're set to deliver iron here. Okay, looks a little bit funky, to be honest. Maybe I could just cut the corner off this. I probably should. Yeah, literally just bring it straight up. Great. Well, that has saved me. That has saved me ever so slightly. Ever so slightly some belt. Great. Okay, and then at the other end, we're going to need a grabber. Fantastic. We throw a grabber down there. Oops. Throw a grabber down there. And that's everything. All right. Now, here's the way that belts work. We deploy these movers. They are able to carry 6 items at a time. I can deploy them anywhere. What they will do, 2 for now, is that they will go to the nearest trail buffer, and they will carry iron on top of them. Now, if I was to do another one over here, there we go, and put some iron in here. There we go. Then I hope and believe that we can get 2 resources loaded on at any given time. That would be quite nice. As you can see, though, iron is going to be delivered there. And then, there we go. They're going to pop right back up at the start, which is quite nice. And now they've got 2 bits of iron that are coming through here. That is great. Hey, look, that's working. That's fine. It's going to get more complex. It's going to get a little bit more challenging to operate, but fundamentally, that's what we should do. And let's get 2 more belts. I believe, what was the buffer here? The buffer was 8. Yeah, so we can have 8 that are currently or waiting to go around. Let's build a few more movers so that we can get up to speed. But we have now automated a rough portion of our process. Let's get some lights over here. Good. Okay, that's making me feel a little bit better about the state of things. Yeah, this is looking fine. This is looking fine. Let me yoink all the coal there, and let me go and yoink some coal into there. 55, sure, we'll just leave all the coal. We'll leave it all around. That's okay. And now we should hopefully have a completely automated set of, there we go, more movers. Completely automated set of iron deliveries coming through, which is great. I wonder if I can get, yeah, I mean, we could get more like unloady facilities, loady facility, grabber facilities. That would be kind of cool. So let's get basic brain done. I still don't really think that it's a bit of research that I need to worry about too much at this present moment. Let's throw half of these components into there. Let's throw all of them into there. Yoink that out of there. Great, we've got basic brain done. That's fantastic. So this like center area is stuff that I need on an ad hoc basis. And then we've got the main sort of production center that is going to be happening outside. Also, I am now realizing that I just have one single grabber doing the grabby duties here. There's nothing stopping me, however. Because if we start to have like a little bit of a backlog, I could always just yoink. Let's get these all deployed. If we do start to have a little bit of a backlog, I could always just yoink them off here and into another storage chest, or you know, some form of that. But to be fair, it looks like we're getting through things at a pretty decent pace. Okay, basic brain has been done. We can get a molder. The hive learns the craft of flesh. Molders assemble living forms and wrapping instincts, limbs, and the purposes into freshborn swarm units. An iron forge. The hive hardens its core. A long grabber. Long grabber is kind of interesting. I like the idea of logistics pathing. I think we're going to do that. I mean, that needs us... we need that for fast grabber as well. So that would be good. Mechanization. The hive embraces crude craft. Basic processes awaken flesh-wrapped mechanisms. Okay, I don't know quite what that does, but I can guess. I think it's going to allow me to do some craft stuff. I also want to get the hatchery, and therefore I want to get synthetic skin as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do logistics, then we're going to do synthetic skin, and then we're going to get the hatchery. Right, logistics has just finished up here. Let's do, what did I say next? Let's do synthetic skin, which is literally just spore pods, but that's fine. And then let's do hatchery immediately after that. Right, just like that, we've got the hatchery and synthetic skin all finished up here. What do we want to do? What do we want to do next? I mean, I think mechanization core and small worker bay. I think that would be really cool. I think this is going to be quite interesting, the small worker bay. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think I can get stuff queued up, unfortunately. So that's a little bit of a shame. How are we doing for iron over here? Yeah, we're doing fine. We clearly need a little bit more iron bar in a few of these locations. I'll manually throw some stuff in just to speed it on up. That's fine. We might need to end up moving things around. I can always sort of like copy paste if I need to. But I'm honestly very, very happy with how this is all going. I'm surprised that this boil chamber can keep up. It's not really a production problem because, I mean, if we hover over the boil chamber, it's difficult to see. But the stored energy is almost always close to 500, which is where it needs to be. It's almost always a larva sort of supply issue. Also, let's make ourselves There's my new logistics thing. Short tunnel and basic splitter. Also, we got mechanization done there. Let's immediately jump on into the small worker base stuff. I'll build a primitive processor, and I will build a hatchery as well. Is that everything that we've got? I've not even talked about combat. We can get a feastling bomb. I've got 10 of them already, which is fine. Not done anything with the feastling bomb. I don't know if we're going to get attacked. Fair. This map looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? Looks pretty cool. But not worried about that right now. So let's finish off getting all of these other fireflies deployed into the skies around, and then let's see if we can start making some larvae. That's very exciting. Very exciting. Also, is there any other resources nearby? No. So this is our only spore resource. This is our only iron resource, and this is our only coal resource for kind of miles around. I'm sure we can go and explore and find more, but it's not something that we have access to right now. Okay, hatchery. Let's get a hatchery. Where do we want to get a hatchery? Maybe over here? Yeah, you're going to need energy and energizing. So let's do that. That should be fine. You're actually quite close by. And, yep, you're literally just going to produce larvae. Fine. The primitive processor. Let's have a little look at how this operates. Primitive processor is going to allow us to craft feastling bombs. I do not care about that. We might need to get them, but I don't need to worry about that right now. The worker bay is just done as well. Workers dispatched from the bay work only at nearby workstations. Now, this is kind of cool. So we can get this built, and if we put a worker bay here, for example, yeah, if we put a worker bay here, we can assign, what is this? Workers... movers, sorry, should I say? Movers, max capacity of, I don't know, like 3. And then we can get 3 to work within this given area. And then that will mean that we just have 3 here. So we got 3 working here. So as they are finishing up, they are being assigned to this small worker bay. And as you can see, there are now 3 that are available. However, it's because... It's the reason that there's more than 3 is because there's literally nothing else for these workers to do. So that's why they're working there. But that's what we can do with the worker bay. That's going to become super useful as we get more into the weeds of what is required. An acid pod, a firefly carrier mount. Don't hate that. DNA red block. Let's start with the DNA red block. Sure. Start with the DNA red block. And also, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to need to pretty radically extend my research operation. We're kind of okay for spore pods at the moment, but we're not super hot for anything else. Probably want to, before I do that, see if I can try and get the long-armed inserter. If I get, sorry, the long-armed grabber. Can't use the word inserter. Yeah, we're probably going to get the long-armed grabber. Let's go you in there, you in there. That's the DNA red block. Cool, that's a good objective to start moving towards. The molder, I think this must be... We've got to have an assembler somewhere. I don't know where that's going to be, or what it's going to be. Primitive processor, yeah, you're just... Oh, yeah, we can totally make stuff here. Wait. Yeah, we can make anything we want to make at the primitive processor. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's that's literally my assembler. I thought it was just combat stuff. I mean, do we need to make anything right now? Not really, I don't think. Not really at all. What we can do though, and what we maybe should do, is we maybe should, I mean, if this is our iron belt, we should maybe get a spore belt as well. Yeah, we could kind of look to do that. So if we get this and then 2 more miners, we could maybe look to get ourselves a spore belt and like a sort of like assembly area, just that is sort of, I guess, generic for stuff that we could, need in the future. Let's go and get that over there. Go and get that over there. Let's go and get a depot over here with room for expansion, of course. Let's get this here. We'll get a one of you. Nope. Miners. 1, 2. Great. And let's also make sure that we've got our systems powered. And some more infrastructure. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So we want to buffer here. Yep. And then we want to get 2 forges. 1 and 2. 1. 2. Yep. And we put you right about there. And outputs into this. The reason that I've done this is because it's like a good balanced setup. So I think we are kind of happy with that. Is that everything connected, by the way? Yeah, that should be everything connected. We're almost certainly going to need some more fireflies. So let's get some more fireflies whilst we're at it. Let's get loads and loads of spore pods because we can. There we go. Juice everybody up there. That's perfect. And then from there, we're going to get a long-armed inserter onto a trail buffer. And then we're going to get some more swarm trail as well. And then this will be our full-on spore belt. Yeah. Nice. Are we okay for iron over here? Yeah, we're not doing great for iron, but we're not doing bad. We've got a decent number of movers, but not a plentiful number. How are we doing over in the hatchery? Loads of larvae, actually. You know what? Let's let the hatchery do a lot of the heavy lifting on the larva front, because it's pretty easy for the hatchery to make the larva, and it takes me a long time. Let's get all of that built, or deployed, should I say. That's nice. And now we should be up and running operational for the most part, with the exception of coal, which, again, annoyingly, I am going to have to supply manually. But, yeah, it really is far from the worst. I mean, to be fair, our entire operation is running off a single coal mine and a single coal processor, which is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Kind of ridiculous. What I'm not happy about is that we just do not have a decent level of we don't have a decent level of deconstruct this. Well, what's the point of marking that for deconstruction? Doesn't seem to make any difference. Yeah, maybe we can get some like bugs that do our bidding in a bit, but clearly now we do not have that capability. Right, loads more fireflies. Yep, literally just spam out as many as we possibly can and get some more coal here. Long grabber, marvelous. Okay, so this is going to be good. This is going to be really, really good. I think we can do some cool stuff with this. Yeah, this iron setup needs to be replicated. It's not good enough. I'm going to move this around a little bit. If I put this here, right? If I put this here, yep, you're making iron perfectly. If I put this here, then what we can do is we can just copy this whole setup and modularize it. Yep. Yeah, I don't think that I can. I don't think that I can build this stuff. To be honest, I think I don't think it builds automatically. Yeah, but at least we've got like a blueprint to work from now, I suppose. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna get another one of these setups. That's gonna be useful for sure. What do you need? Do you need more power? Yeah, and you don't have it. Are we finally running out of power? Yeah, we're finally running out of power here. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Okay, here's what we can do. We're gonna get 1, 2. Gonna get another deposit. Yep, right there. Cool. And 1, 2. Marvelous. Give me... where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? A few living forges. And... do you know what? Actually, let's do it this way. We might just have the space to squeeze everything in that I want. Yeah, that's fine. That's going to have to get moved to, like, there. And then there. It's a little awkward, but just bear with. Bear with. Should be fine. Right, so then that goes there, and then that goes there. Yeah, yeah, it's a bit awkward, but it's fine. Okay, let's buffer you in that position. Also, this does not fix the issue that I that I wanted to fix. The issue that I wanted to fix is the fact that we're not getting enough power. I need to get another boil chamber. What do I need? 4 coal? Yep. 4 coal, 20 iron rods. We need 90 flippin' 90 iron? That's all the iron that I've got over here. It's quite a lot, to be fair. But it'll be worth it. Okay, any other research that I want to get done right now? Red DNA block, yeah, we need to get on that. Any other just purple stuff? Molder core, yeah. So is this going to allow me to automate the production of units? Because I don't think I can produce units at the primitive processor. The primitive processor is the assembler for everything but units. Yep, this is looking good. Yep. Still have plenty of fuel coming in here. 7 fuel. Yeah, I mean that seems fine, but the biggest issue is that we don't have more stuff. We don't have enough stuff. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna deploy a belt. I have not deployed a belt in a long time, so let's actually do it. We're gonna get a belt here. We're gonna get a long-armed inserter there. We're gonna get a small worker. Ah, look at this. Look at this, by the way. Because it is the shortest distance there to the next trailhead, that will mean that we will have them all appearing here if we let that happen. So we're gonna say, hey, we want movers, and we're gonna say 10. I don't know if we're gonna need 10, but that's what we'll do. Looks like you can wait. I don't know how we get the. I don't know how we get that I don't know how we can get you to wait. Presumably it would be something in logistics, but hey-ho. We'll also get another small worker bay, because why the heck not? We'll get a tunnel that goes down. I guess we'll get another tunnel that goes up. Yep. Also, it's flipping dark here. Let's change that. Nice. So, tunnel that goes up. Yep. Over to here. Nice. And all the way along here. Great. So, we should still have the correct number of movers that are operating, but the reason that I wanted to do this is that we can get a little setup of this, and then we buffer, and then we put this here. That's the dream, isn't it? That is the dream. Molder's been completed. Great, we'll check that out in just a second. An acid pod. The hive arms itself with venom. Acid pods awaken. Okay, so this is like a turret thing. Let's go and get that. And chest. Yep. Let's get a bit of this, a bit of that. We all connected now? No, we're not connected. We're not connected. That will connect us. What did I do? Nothing. That's good. Okay, so that should work. Let's get you all out of here. Yep, take you all back. And that should be nice. Great. And then I will deploy. Where is everybody going to go? Oh yeah, everybody's going to go, of course, across to the area that the movers are required at. However, if I build a few more movers, then they should all go over here. That's the dream. There we go. That's exactly where they're going to go. And then even if I place them down here, you should, I hope, appear over here. TBD. TBD. Unsure. Unsure. No fuel? Yes, why not? Why is there no fuel? We are waiting for the... It's not a... It's... Inserter positioned incorrectly. Everything positioned incorrectly. Brain not activated correctly, apparently. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. And now all we need to do is just replicate this. In fact, actually, let's just move this around so it's a slightly tighter sort of configuration. But now, yeah, we do this and we get it to work automatically. Right, minor Firefly defense code. Okay, so it's going to make walls, melee attack rates. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Let's get miners. Let's get miners up and running. Sure. Okay, so how many do we have working here? That seems like 10 to me, to be honest. Seems pretty good. Yeah, it seems nice. Seems like everything is working accordingly. I need to go and fix this area up. Yep. Let's build that in there, that in there, that in there. I should probably get somewhere making grabbers, because I do need rather a lot of them. Go. Yeah, I should get some grabbers. And then we probably want to move all of this back, in fact. Yeah, move it all back. What do we got here? Yeah, you in there. You in there. And one of these in the center. Nice. And then what do we need? 2 miners, I think, up at the top. 2 miners should take no time at all. I get 2 miners, not enough ingredients. What do we need? Not larva, it's iron bars. Fine. Okay, 1 and 2. Superb. Right, juice everybody up here. We need some coal, of which I can get some. It's all working. It's all working. It's all working perfectly, in fact. And this is connected? Okay, no, it wasn't connected. It wasn't connected fully, clearly. I guess we need all of these tubes to be covered by the network. Either way, it works, and that's great news. So we should have resources coming down here. We'll get 50% of you in there, another 50% of you in there. I feel like we maybe are not producing enough iron to make this all actually work properly, but c'est la vie. So let's remove the trailhead over here. Let's remove that over there. Let's get that in there. Let's get small worker bay in here. Let's say, hey, we want movers. Let's say 10. 10 seems fine. And then connect this up. And as you go past, are you going to get stuff dropped on? You absolutely are. That's great. That's good. That works perfectly. It's a little bit awkward at the moment because there's a bit of sort of alternation, but by the time that we get back around, it should be fine. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a way to get more stuff on. I mean, there will be a way to get more stuff on. I wonder if the solution is the, where is it? The fast inserter, the fast grabber. Okay, you know what? I need to stop getting diverted from the important stuff. Important stuff that I need to do is this sucker right here. The red DNA block. We need to build movers and we need to build grabbers in order to make this happen. Thankfully, I think we're already in the position where we're going to be able to do this. So, here's my vibe. I have not built anything up here in what feels like for forever. But trust me, that's fine. Let's get you out of there. Yeah, trust me, this is going to be fine. Here's what we are going to do. We are going to get ourselves a trailhead. And much like we did down there, we've got a little sort of system that we can build up here. So that's great. Trailhead there. And then bring this across here. There might be some movers that just sort of automatically decide to go onto this route, but probably not because this is closer to that end than anywhere else. But now that we've got the long-armed grabbers, we can actually do some pretty cool stuff. So, if I need to make a grabber, what do I need? I need iron bars, I need iron gear wheels, and I need spore pods. So the spore pods are fairly easy for us to manufacture. The gears are just going to be made... like here. Here's what I'm currently thinking. I'm thinking we have like a central bus sort of style of operation. So we have iron gear wheels. Yeah, let's get this to come up here. Let's get this to come up here. There we go. And yep. Perfect. Okay, that's not looking too shabby, is it? No, and in fact, we should have plenty of space to play around with up here. Let's also get some long-armed inserters, which I need more iron for, presumably. Yep, it's going to be quite expensive on the iron front, but no big deal, because we've got 140 iron that's all just chilling here. That's great. We're almost certainly going to need some more iron production, but That's okay. Also, what I could do is I could just say, hey, small worker bay. Small worker bay here. We get one mover. We literally just have one mover. We have one mover operating in this area. So that we just keep the worker bay over there. This is obviously not going to work because there is no end. There is no end for this facility. We need to have everything on you completely offloaded. But we do that. We do that there. And then we get... There we go. Some chests. And... We need, of course, yeah. We need some power over here. That's okay, though. I've accounted for just that. And we should have plenty of fireflies moving around. Yeah, enough. Okay, good. So, this is going to happen here. Then, from there, we're going to immediately go into... where is it? We're going to immediately go into long-armed grabber production. This is going to be a little bit of an annoyance, but it's fine. Yeah, you need workers. It's fine. It's good. You've got one worker, zero idle, so that's great. Cool. It's going to take a long time for the movers to go all the way around, but hey, it's worth it. It's fine. This is fine. This is just fine. So, next thing that we need is we need iron gears over here. So let's get iron gears. And then what did I need for the mover? It was literally iron bars, 2 iron gears, and 2 spore pods. Okay, and then we get... It takes two to build one. Do you know what? Let's hold on. Let's copy this and paste it here. Again, not much point, to be honest, in copy pasting if it's not going to automatically build for us, but in the future, I'm sure we'll be richly rewarded. Right, and then this here, great. Here, great. I may need to get more. I may need to get more of everything. Power, yep. Good. And good. This is chaos. This is chaos. But it's fine. There we go. That's going in the correct direction now. Fine. So, with 2 iron gears, let's get that firefly deployed. Let's also get some more movers deployed. With 2 iron gears now being made, we can do another long-armed offload. Yeah, and I'm going to do the long-armed offload over here. Again, this is going to require another thingy. Another cable. Going to offload to here. Just wait for the vision to fully materialize, folks. It's going to happen. I say that. The game literally just crashed. That is unfortunate. Let me reload, and hopefully we didn't lose too much progress. Right, turns out we lost about 10 minutes of progress, and I needed to rebuild stuff. However, there are enemies here. We can... There we go, look at that. Deploy some of these little creeper bug things. And let's just, like, make as many as we can in order to try and destroy the enemy. And, yeah, I think they're going to be basically wholly consumed. I don't really know where that came out of, to be honest. Looks like they only got a little bit of... Cool. Great. They all exist now for a little while. I think they're going to despawn in a sec. But yeah, they don't really announce that, huh? They really don't. Yeah, where am I? I'm basically back to where we were. Let's just get a few more bits of trailhead to replace that which was lost. Building a few more fireflies. There we go. There's a bit of a mess in the way, but that's fine. And we get some more fuel in here. We get some more fuel in there. Yeah, it's not great that it's, you know, the fuel delivery is not automated, but it is what it is. Anyway, the point remains. I still need to get more grabbers. I still need to produce my own grabbers, and we're just not doing that. Have I got... Don't have any more coal. And we are going to need it, to be fair. How much coal have I got there? 99 coal. Okay, well, let's take, probably not that much. Yeah. Take that, put it back there. 30 and 20. That's fine. Okay, now we're starting to see the assembly of the gears. That's great. We've got 5 gears. Is this going to be a good ratio? I mean, I don't know. I'm not really too sure, but here goes nothing. So, we're not going to bother buffering. I've done enough buffering here, so let's not sweat the small stuff. Put that in there, that in there. We'll get, there we go, a few more pylon thingies. That goes in there. This is going to get set on, oops. That was weird. Didn't show up. That's going to get set on grabbers. Grabbers are going to get the iron gears. Great. And then, do I want to just get, I kind of probably just want to get the goods from here. Alternatively, why don't we use a splitter? A splitter's going to cost me a lot of goods when I could just get, like, 2 long-armed inserters. Yeah, 2 long-armed inserters. That's a little bit of a interesting way to go about that, but you know what? Should be fine. We get a chest right in there. This also needs a trail, which I've not yet done. I think we're probably going to start to see some movers assemble over here. We're going to need almost certainly some more movers. I picked up a bunch of larvae from the facility. Yep, we are out of iron pretty much entirely, but I have queued up a bunch of movers. So that's going to be grabbers. That's how we're going to make grabbers. Let's buffer them in a chest over here. Make sure that that's pyloned up. That's good. Okay, so that's 50% of the production of red. Sorted. The mover is actually, I think, easier. The mover is the easy bit of this. Yeah, it's the weak heart and the larva. The weak heart is truly kind of easy for us to build, I think. Let's also deploy... There we go. Deploy lots of these movers, and they will go into the correct location there. Lovely stuff. Great. And then they will get immediately picked up and moved right on over into the grabber assembly, which is great. Oh, I still need iron, don't I? Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, let's get iron from... We're buffering in this chest. Do I need to do something about that? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like I'm going to do this instead, right? We're going to buffer that there. Going to do this here. And then we'll have a tiny little belt. This can only end in success. It's going to be flawless. Also, can I close up this iron chest? See, maybe we don't actually want to buffer this here. I know that's kind of an insane thing to say, but maybe if we didn't buffer this, we would have more iron just kicking around. Right, what's up? You've got all the resources that you need. Let's extend the belt up to here. Great. And also, let's make sure that there is enough pylon infrastructure. And then for our teeny tiny little belts, that's too tiny. Yeah, see, look at this. See, we're going to have loads and loads and loads of thingies spawning here. But that's actually okay, because after it gets to here, after these resources get to here, they're literally just going to go to the next one, and then they're going to move on. That's great. That's completely fine. That is completely fine. The bigger problem... Okay, this... Yeah, okay, maybe it is... Maybe it's not ideal. Yeah, give me... Mover 1. 1 mover. That's all that we need there. Pick this up. Pick this up. Pick this up. Pick this up. So, you should, I hope, just allow 1 mover to operate in this area. That's the dream. It's linked now, so that's great. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to get loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of movers. Marvelous. We've got more than 1 mover. See, that's not really what we want to see happening. But we're deploying them over here. That's fine. Have we got 20? Did I set this up with 20, the small worker bay? Yeah, it says we've got 20 actually working on the system. So, okay, well, if we've got 20 that are working on the system according to the video game, then we are good. We are still having major issues getting enough iron coming through here. You know what? Maybe I'll help you out a little bit. And I'll put, yeah, 20 iron on there just to keep things moving. Let's get a few more of these. Great. And look at that. We are making some grabbers. Nice. Okay, so that's half the battle. That's half the battle. Let's get yeah, let's get movers. So movers are larvae. Larvae are super easy to make. We're making them in the hatchery, so that's grand. And then the other thing is the weak heart. And the weak heart we can make in the primitive processor, I believe, right? Weak hearts, it's spore pods, and it is iron bars. Ah. See, that doesn't seem good. But to be fair, if there's something that is already here, then yeah, you're just going round and round and round in circles. That feels fairly inefficient, to be honest, but what do I know? What do I know about efficiency? Clearly nothing. I mean, provisionally, right? This all looks good. We're still working on minor carry amount as well, which is fine. You're working great. What I really want to see, I want to know if we can like stop. I want to know if we can like stop these things and like have them do like a little, like a splitter moves into 3 cardinal directions. Yeah, I want to like have my, what do we need? More iron bars. I want to have my my thingies more fully loaded. That's the only thing. I mean, I know that we can put droppers on the other side, and it might come to that, to be honest. But it just feels like that's what we need to do. Yeah. Yeah, because we've got some coming in with 2. That's fine. I don't think there's a way that we can sort of set the pattern up. It's just kind of, we're just kind of stuck with that. Maybe there's going to be some more advanced stuff later on, but yeah, for now it's pretty basic, and as kind of expected, it is a shortage of iron that is leading us over here down this path. To be fair, as long as we want to press on with the minor carry amount, which I think we do, if we press on with minor carry amount, that'll give us a little bit of extra production, and that should be fine. However, you know what? Look, I'm not gonna get held up here. What we are gonna do is we are gonna press on, and we're gonna get, what was it? Basic heart. It was basic heart, wasn't it? Yeah, basic hearts. Basic heart production. We've got no hearts that are coming through here. Can I do this, and then get this, and then this? How about that? Will that work? Is it going to be able to pick spore pods up from the ground? I am not too sure. If it can't, doesn't look like it can. If it can't, then we will have to buffer with a wood chest. Again, is there a way for me to close up these slots? Because if I could say, hey, this wood chest only holds like 1 stack, whereas this can be the main stack, that I feel would be a little bit better. But does mean that we're going to now be coming down here with some actual spore pods, which is really quite nice, and also, dare I suggest, necessary for some stuff here. Right, let's get iron chest, buffer here, buffer here. Then we get a chest in there. Yep, cool. Keep it coming. That's going to give me spores, which is nice. A few more of these bits and bobs. Yep. Okay, and then we get a long arm for here. And then we get a short arm. This is so jank. We get a short arm for there. Yeah, nice. Okay, so that is everything that we need, apart from iron, which we are, yeah. Iron ingots, iron bars, whatever they're called, which we need like 1 billion more of than we currently have. It's not ideal. I think what we really want to do is just remove you from the sort of process entirely. Can I take this? Was probably going to be... Nope, nobody needs any coal. Nobody needs any coal. That's fine. Oh yeah, I got another depot just to increase our supply amount. It does look like it's working. Do you know what I could do actually? I could just set up like a little chain. You know, like I did before. Like I did up there, like up at the top, for the spores. I don't think this is good, to be honest with you. I feel like we could be doing a lot more of an efficient job here, but okay, take you out of the commission, take you out of commission, and we put you up to here. Yep. You up to there. I think 20 is the magic number. Yep. Worker, mover. Yep. Nice. Firefly, miner, mover. Yeah. Okay, well, that's looking weird. You are now fully powered, and all we need to do is get some wooden chests. And I do want them to be wooden chests because they have less storage limit, so less of a chance to completely goof my entire setup up. But I also don't know if we're going to be able to keep this level of iron production supply. See, I need to be able to close this. Yeah, see, now we've just ended up with a situation where it's not really doing what I kind of want it to do. But if I was able to close off some extra bits and bobs, then we maybe could. Maybe there's going to be some ability to fix that in the future. I mean, some of these are going through with like a lot of goods loaded up, and that's great because it means that a lot of stuff is actually reaching the correct location. It means that it's going to the right place. We got any hearts here? No, still no. So clearly there is. Yeah, clearly there is still a little bit more to go. But hey, we're getting grabbers, and I'm not actually touching that, so that's good. That's something at least. Anyway, we get hearts here. What's next on the list? Oh yeah, we need to get some acid pods, and I also want to get some walls. I really want to get some walls so that I can get defended against the enemies. I would super like to get, what is it? The molder. Yeah, let's get a molder. We're gonna need one of those. The hatchery, also probably want to move the hatchery because, frankly, it's just chilling down here, and it's made 50 larvae, which is great. That's kind of exactly what I wanted it to do, but it has outlasted its usefulness now in that specific location. In a new location, boy oh boy, it could do anything. It could do anything. 50 in there, and yeah, 25 over here. Cool. So let's have a look. The molder. Pretty sure this is a. Yeah, there we go. A unit assembler. And we get the mover from the larva and from the weak heart. The weak heart, we are going to just move across like this. Do I want to buffer? I should buffer. I mean, every part of my being is crying out, buffer, buffer, buffer. So if that's what I'm being told to do internally, that's exactly what I'm going to do externally. That seems like a very weird thing to say, but you know what I mean. Right, mover goes in there. And yeah, let's maybe just put the hatchery on the other side. Great. We're actually finished with the research. Fan-flippin-tastic. So, melee attack rate, acid pod radius, defense. Yes, defense, and it's only going to cost me 20 DNA, which is superb. That's great. What a deal. What a deal. What a steal. What a deal. What a steal. Right. Last thing that I need to do is get another one of these primitive processors. Make larva. Yeah. Let's put like 30 in there just so that you've got a little bit of power to go on. And are we able to make some hearts yet? I mean, no, but we can simulate hearts by getting a little bit of iron in there. Look, I mean, this production process will work flawlessly as long as we have the correct amount of iron coming through, of which we do not, but of which we will. So, after we get done with this... Oh, let's actually grab some grabbers. Nice. Grab some grabbers. Take... Gonna have to go out here. Yeah, grab grabbers like so. Whoops. Yeah, like so. And then we will put into a iron chest. Like that. Nice. And God, the power grid is problematically small. Speaking of the power grid, are we? Yeah, we got loads of stored energy. If we got stored energy, then I'm not gonna sweat it. But feels unfortunately tight. Right, we'll just get a bunch more fireflies just so that I can deliver more power more consistently. That's feeling pretty good. Yep, get some more iron through here. Great. Still a lot of iron shortages, to be honest. Do I have any movers? Yeah, I got a mover that I can throw into there. And let's put you up to... Let's put you up to more. Can I get multiple movers? Can I get like 50? 50 movers. 50 movers. Yeah, so max this out. Max this out on the largest possible number that we can get. If we need to be moving more, then we will move more. That is the main thing. Right, so... Also, now we've got nothing here. That's an issue. That's why we need to get a small worker bay. I feel like if we're using a small worker bay somewhere, we need to be using a small worker bay pretty much everywhere. Yep. And you need, I don't know, like 10? 10 movers. Yeah. 10 movers. Cool. We need to make more movers. Frankly, there's no easy way to say it. We need to make more movers. Let's deploy all of these fireflies. Nice. And then movers. We should be making them. We absolutely are making them. Oh, we're literally just deploying them into the ground. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Yeah, you know what? I kind of do want to do that. Yeah, let's press on. Let's press on and make that happen. What are we? We're out of iron or processed iron, whatever it is. Yep, that's great. So yeah, this is absolutely entirely 100% an iron production issue. It's not an iron transportation issue, it's just an iron production issue. We're just not getting enough. We're just not getting enough iron. Hey, it's a good position to be in. I'm actually really happy with how the factory looks. It's quite a good little operation that we've got. And to be honest, hold on, can I just do... If I was to get 1, 2, 3, yep, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we finished with defense. Nice, that's good. That's really, really good. Anything else that I want to get? Logistics, tunnel stretch farther, splitters gain precision. Meh, I don't think I'm that bothered. Speed module, host gains agility. Repair block kits, yeah. That's expensive. Firefly carry amount. Fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really passionate about any of these things, to be honest. None of them strike me as particularly interesting. That's okay, though. Right, what I wanted to do was I basically wanted to copy this entire setup. Yeah, and then we wanted to duplicate that and put that over here. Yeah, now there is a... I was looking at the controls here. There is a place ghost button. Map with transit N. I'm gonna check that in just a second. Place ghost shift mouse 0. What the heck is mouse 0? We'll do shift. We'll do shift. Left shift. Tab. Oh no, that opens my Steam overlay. That's stupid. Let's do caps lock. Can we do caps lock? Caps lock places ghost. Yeah, see, I don't know how that places ghost thing works, because I do have the goods. I do have the goods in my inventory right now. Yeah, we're not able to place there. It's the correct thing, though. Huh. Don't quite know what the issue is there. But now you're not going to work for me. Huh. Oh, I see. Mouse 0 is literally... Yeah, mouse 0 is literally left click. So... fat lot of good that is. Right, well, we'll get this set up. I will expend a ridiculously large number of grabbers trying to actually see... Can I, like, remove... I was going to say, if I remove the pylons, can I see a little bit more clearly what I have to... What I have to place? Kind of. It's a little bit better, but... I just want to... I just want to automate this. Also, there should be a thingy here that I removed one of these. Yeah, 1, 2. We need some more spores. Okay, let's get this iron area set up. We're gonna need it. But the good news is, by the way, the depots work. The depots should work in this current configuration, right? Like that's the flipping heck. Need spores from here. The depots should work basically anywhere you put them. They will just drag from the nearest iron deposit. So in that case, it's obviously the nearest deposit is going to be iron, which makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those plumbed in. That there, great. Any more bits and bobs before I place the pylons back in? 1, 2. We need like a few more grabbers, but we're working on them. And then build a few more pylons, build a few more grabbers. Yeah, I'm not displeased with the way that this looks, to be honest. And then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they should all just automatically assign. And I hope that they go and mine iron, because this is still within the sort of correct location. This is wrong. That needs to be a long arm. Right. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you definitely do not need to get built. We still need about 1 billion grabbers in order to make everything functional over here on this long tail bit. And a few more... Nope, not wooden chests. Iron chests, because they use less wood, ironically. Cool. And then that's all connected, right? Mostly. Now that's all connected. Almost certainly going to need to get some more fireflies to do the deliveries over here. How are we doing? We getting iron? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Hard to tell indeed. I don't see any iron popping up. I don't see any iron being moved. Oh, there you go. You popped up. And now you're back down again. What's the issue? What's the issue here? Is it power that you need? Don't really know what the issue is there. You should be able to just go and mine that iron. Like, no issues at all. Yep, okay. I don't know. Maybe there is, like, a maximum distance for the iron deposit that I'm not, like, familiar with, but did not think so. We can fix that, though. We can absolutely fix that. It's just going to be, honestly, a little bit of an annoyance, because we're going to need to get another trail buffer, another one of these, and then a bunch of swarm trail, and we're just going to move iron ore, like, round from this area. Hold on, here. What about this? Can I do... If we export to here, and we export from there. How about this? Is this close enough to get a depot? Oops. To get a depot in there? Let's see. Yep. Okay, you look... That looks fine. That looks... fine? I saw somebody walk there, so I'm gonna suggest that it might be okay. I don't know what the maximum distance is. I don't know if it's walking distance. I don't know. All I know is that there's a flippin'... It's a depot here. That's all I know. That's all I know. Let's get more depots. Let's get one here. And one here. There we go. And then we get a trail start there. And come down this way. 1, 2. Yep, right in there. Good. Marvelous. Get that loaded on there. Get this loaded on here. Let's say 25 movers, of which I definitely need way more of, but hopefully we should be spitting a few movers into the grounds at the other side of the world. That's the dream anyway. Nice. And more. I can make 40 more. That should be plenty. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. And out there like so. Good. Come on. There we go. That's what we like to see. So that should work. That should work just fine. And then we get ourselves some movers. We need weak hearts. What do we need? We need iron. We need iron. We need lots of iron. And I will throw some coal into there so that we can get more. Okay. Yes. Good. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. There is a lot of people that are currently mining this area here. We've almost got a full belt. A full belt of movers. I feel like that's a good position to be in. Yeah, it feels okay. Let's also get you removed for now because you're kind of messing with literally my entire vibe. And I would kind of like to change that. Let's get 100 of those in there. I have got 111 grabbers. So you know what? It's all of the stuff at the end of the line. Maybe I should have split this. In fact, we still can split it. We can still split the iron belts. Did I build a splitter earlier? No, but I'll build a basic splitter. And then from here, we go split in there. And then we split up and we just do very simple operation. And then we come out. We come out here. Do we need to merge? There. Yeah, how about that? Interesting. Okay, so that allows the end to merge. Cool. Also, weirdly, all of the bugs that don't have the iron are all going one specific way. That defeats the entire point of the split. Defeats the entire point of the split. But what can I say? It's fine. Right. We're starting to get some iron ore being delivered over here now. That's great. That's good. That's because we're pumping way more movers into the ground. That's what we like to see. Yoink this out of here, and let's go and get this all fixed up. And that will be the end of my problems. I'm sure. I'm certain. I'm so positive it's going to be the end of all of my problems. So very positive. That is sarcasm. If you're not aware, that is sarcasm. 20, 25, 15, etc. Another 18 in there. That's fine. Then here we get 16, and then another couple in there. Okay, that's real swell. So that should give me, I hope. Is that all looking good? Yeah. Is there an out? Oh, there's not a flipping inserter over here. There we go. Yeah, we'll need to wait until you're juiced up, but that's looking good now. That's looking good. And the main thing is that we are starting to see... I need more coal. We're starting to see some goods coming through. There we go. Nice. We're starting to see some real stacks of iron. That's 4 on some, 3 on another. Again, if I could fix this situation here, I would be much happier with that, but I can't, alas. I don't think there is any way that we can do anything with that. What do you need? You need some juice as well. God, this supercharged coal is really nice. It's really pretty flippin' good. So, this is making loads of hearts, actually. We're doing great for hearts. This is looking perfect. This is exactly what we need now. This is exactly what we need. We have a little bit of iron backlogged over here. Oh, we're starting to see some enemies come at us. Yep, I've responded. I see on the map. Let's go and... Yep, yeah. Don't worry. I know. I'm on it. There we go. Attack. Yeah, it's about time that I get a cannon here. And it's about time that I load that cannon with some acid. Yep, get absolutely dunked on. Get absolutely dunked on and get absolutely dunked on. Yeah, so what did we see destroyed there? We saw a swarm trail get destroyed, did we? Just regular swarm trail, not swarm head, sorry. There we go, okay. That's good. Right, I clearly need more of these bugs because we don't have... What the heck? We don't have enough of them. The defendy type bugs. What are they called? Combat bugs. Feastlings. Yeah, I can also get a single gate and a few bits of wall as well. Probably a good idea if we automated this, but you know what? It's fine. Right, now that I'm starting to get movers coming through thick and fast, which I'm very happy about, and in fact, I maybe actually am so happy with the amount of movers that I'm getting through, maybe I want to duplicate the number of movers that we're getting through here. Would it be the craziest idea in the world to change that? No. No, it would not. Tell you what, give me a long-armed inserter right there. Ugh, again, we're going to have to buffer. I really don't want to buffer. Because if I buffer, it just all gets lost. And that's so problematic. I need like a tiny little chest. You know, like a chest of just one. If I had a chest of just one, that would be perfect. Alternatively, if we were able to pick up resources from the ground, then that would solve all of my issues. But as it currently stands, we cannot do any of that. I need to get a molder. Yep. Get a molder here, because this is all perfect. It all works. It all works like a charm. It's great. And then, yeah, molder goes here. That should all be within range. Fireflies coming through. They'll juice everybody up here. That's great. Are we producing enough? Are we producing enough larvae? Production time is 4 seconds. So technically no. So you produce one every 10 seconds. So we would not be able to supply 2. So we're going to have to get another hatchery. Not the end of the world. Far from it. Can we maybe put this over here? Yeah, let's go and do that. And then we can capitalize on the electricity that we've already got coming through here. Yeah, you have got a weak heart right in there. It's just such a shame that we can't get... that we can't do more, because now this could mess everything up here. See? Yeah. That could be a disaster. Also, how's this looking over here? Yeah, see, look at this. This is just not working. This is just not working. So instead of getting all the goods, we just end up having one. It feels like this. It feels like there must be a better way for me to deal with this. Do you know what the answer probably is? It could be the fast inserters. I should start getting the fast inserters. Iron forges sear faster, accelerating the conversion of raw material into useful components. Yeah, that's good. Transit system, massive airborne beasts leap between distant pads carrying cargo across vast territory. Yeah, I mean, I'm very interested in that. Let's start the process of getting the getting these suckers, the fast grabbers. Are we able to sequence these alone? I guess so, but it looks like we need to process them at the same time. So that kind of is a shame. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Right. You need to be on movers. Yep. Absolutely right. You are still waiting for goods to come through. Grabber. Yep. Let's get that in there. Let's get this up here. And then you, I think, this facility over here, because it is working so well, because this facility is working so well, we're going to get you just to immediately throw in. Also, I'm going to get more fireflies here. Yeah. We're going to just get this facility to throw resources directly into the ground. So that means more movers going to be on more belts. If we end up having a little bit of a backlog, then, you know, whatever, that's fine. That's just something that we're going to have to deal with. We're very okay with that. But then this facility over here is going to make... There we go. In fact, no, it cannot be that. It can be a genetic lab. Yeah, in fact, it has to be a genetics lab. Not enough ingredients. Flippin' heck. Honestly, there's always something. So do I want to get a little belt here? I feel like I do, and I feel like... What do I need? I need more iron. We've got... Yeah, See, I just can't close this. If I could just close this up, that would make my life so much easier. Because then we just say, hey, we're going to cap you. And now you only carry one pile, 100 resources, which is all we really need. But I guess it just disincentivizes buffering. Which is a real shame, because I think buffering is super useful. It means that you're not ending up wasting time. You know, you're not ending up wasting production resources. So we've got 13 things that are just sitting around here. We have loads of fireflies that are currently just waiting for deployment. And also, we just need so much power. What do we got? Are we out of juice? We're kind of out of juice, to be honest. Also, this small worker bay says we've got one working. To be fair, we do have one working. Let's increase this up to 5. Increase that up to 5. Extend this along here. We'll get another oil chamber. In fact, you know what? We'll get 2 oil chambers. We'll get some... that there. That there. And then we get the grabbers there, there. Pylon there. There and there. Yeah, how's that looking? Not too shabby, if I do indeed say so myself. We get the other boil chamber. The other boil chamber goes into here, and that will give me, I hope, more than enough energy to keep everybody happy. Let's throw some coal in for now. There we go. Are you? Yep, you're fine. You're fine. Good. And where's the boil chamber? Boil chamber. Right in there. Is that everything? That should be everything. Right. And that goes in there. Yeah, I mean, even if I could say, hey, little bug, wait. You know? Wait. If I could get the movers to just hold on a specific location. Maybe if we have like a full belt, like if there's just no backlog. But if I could just say, like a train station, you know, if I could just say, hey, just chill out here for just a little bit, then that would be perfection. I'm gonna get a few more bits and bobs. So we're gonna get a grabber here. We're already buffering you there, so we don't need to worry about that. We're gonna buffer you there, and then let's get you to move down here. And this will be... what do we need? Iron? Well, let's just go to my little, I guess, iron staging post over here. What do I need? I need 2 more genetics chambers, because I want to get 3. Deploy you there. What's the issue here now? Lacks ingredients. It's the spores that we lack. Yeah. Again, this is not going to work until it's all completely backlogged. That's flippin' annoying. That's what it is. Flippin' annoying. And we can do this. Oh, no. We're under attack again. We're under attack again. What do I need? Iron bars? There we go. Okay, well, we've got 4. Have at it. There we go. Okay, we need walls. This is why I need walls. Yeah, so what do we got? We're going to lose some swarm trail. We lose the acid pod as well. That's a bit of an annoyance. Let's see. Let's build some walls. Yep. Build some walls. That should be good enough. Replace you just on the same tile. And... yeah. I mean, we're not really... what the heck? How does this gate work? Okay. It's a bit of a weird one, to be honest. Oh, okay. It's... yeah, fine, I guess. That's okay. Yeah. Build more walls. Build more walls. And also build some acid projectiles as well. Extend. Extend. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm worried about sort of like regular level of attack, but it'll definitely happen at some point. Okay. Acid. Yep. And throw all that in there. Cool. Right. So we need to replace the swarm trail again. Very annoyingly. Yep. Down. Down. Don't know why that's not buildable there. That seems like a bug. And then, yeah, keep that coming across here. Good. Good, 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 good. And then coal. Go and nab 73 coal from there. And just put, I don't know, like half it into that one. Half it into that one. And half it into this one. Again, I feel like maybe I should be automating coal delivery, but it hardly seems worth it, to be honest. Loads and loads of iron coming through there. Let's get rid of you, because we don't actually need you. And now, let's go... 3, 4. Let's go and actually sort out my delivery system over here. Cool. Are we okay for power now? We're mostly okay for power, although this needs to be extended up here before we have any sort of like major issues. And what did I say you needed? You needed 5 movers, and we currently have got no movers. That is because, I'll tell you exactly why that is. It's because this thing over here, this little station, excuse me, can't click on it. There we go. This station is set to have, like, loads. Let's say none, 0. Yeah, so you will get up to 50, and then the rest, instead of just being held in idle reserve forever, will be moved over to here, and we'll be able to, yeah, get deployed on other, more useful working routes. That is the vibe, and I'm out of coal yet again. Very irritating. Very irritating. But it's fine. Okay. Good, 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 good. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. So, where do I want my... Probably up here, right? Probably want my production facilities to be up in this vicinity. We're not going to buffer because I am done with buffering. It's not that good. It's not that good. Controversial. It's not that good. Can I get all of these powered? Or am I going to have to do a little rework? I think I'm going to have to do a little rework, because otherwise it's... yeah, otherwise there's going to be issues. Cool. No matter there, and keep building a few more of these. Cool. And a few more of these. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's get that in there, and then long-armed. Yep, and long-armed. Cool. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's all connected to the power grid. It sure is. Let's get some light over here so that I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. This is a bit of a strained power grid. I should maybe be automating... what is it? Larva, weak heart, and spore pods. Larva, weak heart, and spore pods. Well, weak heart, we're already getting through here. I've got so many spore pods. That's the thing that really winds me up, right? Is that we have got so many flipping spore pods. At the staging point, we've also got 1,000 flipping spore pods here. And 1,000 flipping more spore pods over there. I mean, that is just where I'm going to put all my spore pods. So now we just basically don't need to worry about this at all. Okay, great. Mission accomplished. You are lacking ingredients. You are lacking larva, but that's because I have not told you to make larva in the larva pool yet. That's annoying. And then, what about the firefly? So we need the spore pods, we need the larva, and we need the weak heart. I mean, if we've got weak heart here, tell you what, let's do a this is okay. Actually, this might end up being kind of perfect. So the molder is going to come online. We're going to place a molder like right in here, and then it's also going to drag from the hatchery. Or actually, to be fair, we could get ourselves another hatchery. We could move the hatchery around to the other side. We can do a lot of different things. We can do a lot of different things with this, but the main thing is that we get a molder right in here. Yeah, we get a molder right in there. You're going to go to fireflies. Yep. We're going to get this in there. That will deal with the most sophisticated component, the weak heart. Then the spore pods. Yeah. Let's do... can I put this in here? Is this going to conflict with power provision? I guess not. That's good. And then we get you into there. And you into there. How about that? That gonna work? Sure as heck hope so. Yeah, there. And then, yeah, we'll have to get a intermediate sort of, like, buffer location. It's fine. And now you don't have power again. Presumably because, yeah, we're just super energy strapped at the moment, but we will fix that. I mean, the whole point of doing this is that we're going to fix this. What am I looking for? I'm looking for another hatchery. There we go. Start the process of making another hatchery. And then you, yep, you need to get all of the red stuff. There we go. And there we go. Still, we don't have any power, though. That's problematic. That is problematic. Hey, look, at least we're going to start the process of actually getting red stuff. These labs are also now working. It's time to restore iron collection from here. As you can see, we got a decent amount of power coming through. We just need more power delivery. And that's what the point of this is going to be about. That is what the point of this is about. You've got power there. Larva. Yeah, let's move you around to the other side. You're going to stay there. And you know what? You can go there. And then we can use this existing infrastructure to make it all work. Cool. If we power this up now, theoretically, everything will just work. Apart from this. There we go. Everything will just work apart from that one spore counter. We should be going absolutely flipping hell to leather with spore production here. And in fact, we're not really going fast enough because we need 2 spore pods and 1 iron bar, and we only have 1 input. Is that something that I want to fix? Potentially, to be honest. Potentially. But that feels like a problem for another day. Yeah, this power situation is just bad. It's just bad. Yeah, we just need way more power. Can I just take... I'll take half of these and then see if I can just make... Actually, do we have... Larva, you need to be set on larva. I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, yoink all of those. Great. And that will get me the ability to very quickly assemble, like, a lot of fireflies. Maybe we also want to have, like, a power source over here somewhere. That might be something that we want to end up doing. How are we doing for coal over here? Not honestly that great. I feel like we may very well need some more coal deliveries in order to make sure that we maintain full production over here. Yeah. Anyway, that's another problem for a future potato. Not my issue right now. But are we manufacturing yet? No. Nope. I can put that in there. I can put this in here. Now we manufacture. Great. I also need to have an output just anywhere. Whoops. Where did that go? Yeah, I also need to have an output just anywhere. Here will do. Which will just supply the fireflies to the outside world. Also, I've got 15 fireflies now. There we go. Let's deploy them all. Very nice. You come down here, you get the resources, you head back up. I mean, everything is connected. It's just a long way away. It's just a very long way away. And there's more demands on our power than ever before. So, you know, it does make sense. To be fair, we've also not expanded our coal operations in about 1 billion years. We could almost certainly do with another coal processor. What is that? Two miners. 1, 2. Yep. And one of these living forges. Let's get more of these suckers as well. Great. And where's my living forge? Get the living forge, then return to the miner. Miner, there. Yep. And then that goes like so. We're gonna, of course, have to get a dreaded pylon, which is going to be slightly less effective than normal because we don't have any flipping power at the present moment, but it's okay. Not bitter or anything. We'll build a long arm, a couple of long arms actually, because we always seem to need them. And then, yeah, you know what? We can just do this in one fell swoop. There's no point in doing it in 2 stages. Yep. Cool. And then you are set on input and on fuel. So that's the main thing. As long as we're getting both, that is what matters. Technically, we could make this even more efficient by using fuel as the input, but I feel like that's unnecessary. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We got 87 there, we got 1 there, we got 0 there. Yeah, it's pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio by the looks of things. So that's great. And that will get me more coal, and with more coal, we're going to be able to distribute more coal, and if we're able to distribute more coal, then we're going to be able to produce more power, which is the main thing. Absolutely the main thing. Right. Why am I still not getting power up here? Can I get... If I do that, will that make a difference? Kinda? Don't know why that should be any different, to be honest. Yeah, weird. Because surely it should just connect through and then, you know, connect up. I'm not really sure about that. What's the issue with larva production? There is a bit of distance between here. Yeah, so it's not perfectly connected up. Same with you as well, is it? No, you're fine. You are fine. We just need power over here. And that's... yeah, not good enough. There we go. Larva coming through. Brilliant. We are automating... we're automating fireflies now. That's cool. And we're getting larva coming through. And then you will just be dispatched into the ground. Excellent. Marvelous. If only this area actually worked. If only this area actually flippin' worked. Then it would be grand. It would be glorious. But it is not. For some very weird reason. Do we have power? We got stored power. We got a little bit of stored power coming through here. Not a huge heck of a lot. This buffering situation, man, is really problematic. It's really problematic. At 1, 7. Yeah, I mean, there is a chance here. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's test something. I'm gonna grab a bunch of coal. Yeah, we're gonna grab a bunch of coal. We're gonna grab the resources needed for a bio reactor, whatever it's called, boil chamber. That's it. And I'm just gonna plonk. I'm gonna plonk it down here. Yeah, plonk it down here. Put the coal in. Start bubbling. And then maybe if it's closer, then we're going to see some prioritization happening here, which is honestly what we need. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Be good if we could get the lamp powered as well. That'd be real swell. I think this area is just quite energy intensive, and therefore all of my power is just going up. It's just going up there. But hey, look, at least it's working. Now we're going to get the fast grabber. With the fast grabber, we can optimize our iron operations, I think. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we want to do. We want to get beautiful. We want to get more iron. This is looking great. This is looking great. What do you need? Output is full. Yeah, that's because you need to work on the fast grabber, but of course we've only got we've got some facilities that are already doing this. This could be changed. This could absolutely be changed to be more efficient. Let's do this. Let's do this. So if we get iron offloaded here, yeah, cut this all out. Cut this all out. Let's get two more labs so that we've got a perfectly balanced setup. Iron here. You there. That's like it was meant to flip and be. Yep. Power in there. Good. And then literally just continue along now. And then we'll just get our 4 labs in exactly that configuration. If we can squeeze them in, that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we can squeeze them in. Also, there's a lot of things. A lot of things that don't have access to coal right now. This is not super hot. Some of the stuff that I need to have access to coal is basically non-negotiable. Like these iron mines here. These, what are they called? These forges here. Absolutely need to have access to coal. Same with that stuff down there. That also needs to have access to coal. I just need more of it. I just need more of it, and I should fix it. But at least we don't have any power production issues now. That's the main thing. Right, that in there, and 1, 2. Great. We'll come back. We'll deal with that in just a sec. It's not a big deal for me right now. This is the most pressing deal. Did I get trailheads there? Nope. I did not. But I will also get a little small worker bay. And then this here. This there. This there. And that there. Cannot believe it, but it does actually fit. That's what we like to see. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4. Cool. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. A few more bits. And we're there. Are we out of pylons? We are 100% out of pylons. Ah. Actually, that's fine. That's all that we need. That's all that we need pylon-wise. Are we going to see some crossover onto other belts? If we do, we can just, like, reroute this one. It's fine. I need this to go there. We want, hey, I don't know, 10 movers. 10 movers to come in here, and they should get drawn in. Amazing, and that works just perfectly. Or close to perfectly. Yeah, it's good enough. Oh, and yeah, of course, everybody needs a recipe. Otherwise, nobody's going to work. I was wondering why the heck is nobody actually working here. And it's because of that. Okay, spore pods, great. Everything should be good. You are definitely mixing with the wrong crowd over here. But, again, very easy fix. And, yeah, we just get you to come down there. And you to come down over there. However, this is not good. This is not good how we have just a full belt over here. That feels, like, unfortunate. Surely if there's multiple trail buffers, we should be splitting... You know, the small worker base should be splitting the resources equally between them. I mean, if I have to get 2, I have to get 2, but it just feels a bit ridiculous, to be honest. So we get 5 movers in each. We get 5 movers in each. And that will be that. Yep, that will be that. Cool. All right, that's going to get me the fast grabber in pretty good time. I don't think that we're going to have any major issues getting this done. And most importantly, it means that we are going to see all of these, hopefully, all of these labs in active formation. You need slightly more. What do you need more of? You need more spore pods? Well, we're trying. We're trying. Right, back to coal down at the bottom of the world here. What have you got? No. Starting to build up a little bit of a stash of coal over yonder, which is great. But that's fine. I would like very much to get one of these. Yep, this is going to be for my personal private consumption. Ugh, I'm going to need to get... Oh, you know what? I'll yoink this pylon over here. And I'll yoink that pylon over there. Also because it is just not required. Yep. Cool. So this is going to be for my consumption. Put it over here instead. And then, yeah, just a... don't have a chest, do I? Don't have a chest. You know what? Who cares? We'll just buffer it literally right in the living forge. That seems fine. Enemies destroyed a wall. Well, how about you take a few shots of my cannon? I will throw down one of these things, but the walls look fairly good. What do we need in order to make these combat feastling bombs, by the way? We have got the components to do it, so let's do it. And then, you know what? Oh boy. More feastlings, please. Yep. Bring more feastlings into play. Doesn't really look like the enemies... Doesn't look like the enemies, or my turret does that much, to be honest. The good news is the enemies only got one wall, and they seem fairly dumb about attacking it, so I can just replace it. There we go. What's the issue here? Don't quite know what happened there. Can I pick up these feastlings? No, I cannot. But we're gonna continue to get more feastlings, which is good. Right. So personal consumption. Personal consumption. What am I talking about? Yeah, let's get my personal stockpile. That's what I meant. Personal stockpile of coal to be deployed in strategic iron production locations. Otherwise, we're going to start to see a massive sort of shutdown in our iron production facilities. Coal, we still got plenty of coal. That's good. A little bit more. 18 over here. 6 over here. And we'll go and punt this down into this area. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Iron, yoink that. Yes, I know you are out of coal. I suppose I will put in that. I will also get that mover deployed somewhere. We have only got 48 more spores. That feels not good. So let's go and fix it. I will take coal from there. And I will take 25 coal, stick it in there. You probably have, yeah, a full load of spores. That's honestly completely fine. Fast Grabber has never been assembled more quickly. This is going great. We're using all 8 labs. Technically, I guess 2 groups of 4. But that's all looking good. Fireflies, I think we are producing them, right? We absolutely are. Larva is the issue, actually. That's good. I feel like if larva is the issue, then that's a great position to be in. That means that we're producing everything at a fairly efficient manner. Yeah. Oh, look. We can get a station. Select a jumper first. I don't have a jumper. The jumpers are the what are they called? The ball things. What were they? Transit system? Yeah, this thing. This thing. The jumper module, melee damage, acid pod damage. Yeah, okay. I think it's literally just the jumpers that I want to see in action, to be honest. The fast grabbers are just about finished. I mean, what do we got? We need like a few more. And the jumpers are only 80 and the fast grabbers are 100. Okay, well, yeah. Let's go. Ooh, opportunity to power you up and power you up again. Yes, maybe I will do that. Still no sign of any other resources, but I suppose I have really not done any exploring at all. Right. Oh, it's starting to rain. Let's get the fast grabbers. Let's get the fast grabbers sorted. I unfortunately think that I'm going to be pretty disappointed in the fast grabbers. What I really want to see, basically, right, is, for example, this storage chest has got 10. I want to see 10, whatchamacallits. Also, this is just not working, is it? We got 300 iron here. We got 300 iron. And it's just not being spread equally. Is the best way to do this a splitter? I mean, I guess we will do a splitter. Yep. And then take this out there. Take that out there. Fast grabbers are finitoed. Let's do... Oh, logistics... Oh, logistics code is... Oh, that's annoying. I need this, but 250 is... 250 is quite a lot. 250 is quite a lot. Yeah. And... Yeah. And... Yeah. How's that? Feels unnecessary, but... It is driven by the fact that I can't apparently load more than one resource onto every back. Also, this does not have a grabber. What the heck? Neither does this. Okay, that's on me. That is on me. Still might not make a difference, depending on where things get split, but hey, at least it's done now. At least that should be better. Right, Logistics 2, great. Let's go and get that done. And then after we get Logistics 2 done, we are 100% going to go with... What the heck? Going to go with every fiber of our being and get the jumpers done. Which I'm assuming are going to be like trains or some form of train. It's all looking good. It's all looking real good, to be honest. It's all looking real good. So making progress on logistics. Just deployed the fast grabber. It's fine. It moves slightly faster. It means that we can now get a delivery onto every single trilobite or whatever they're called, but doesn't allow you to get multiple, which it's a shame because that's kind of what I was hoping for, to be honest. But that's, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Right. How are we doing over here? We're doing fine. How are we doing over here? We're doing less than fine. What is the issue? It's a heart issue, and there is no spores because they've all been moved over to here. Great. That's just what we needed. Yeah, literally hundreds and hundreds of spores. Fantastic. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing that I can do about that unless we just choose not to buffer. Maybe that's the secret, Captain. That's the secret. I never buffer. Yeah. Yeah, that is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. I guess we'll get the hearts in there. We don't need to produce that many. Make as many hearts as we can, and then we'll just load the hearts up here manually. What have we got? We've got 49, close to 50. Yeah, because it's just a 1-to-1 ratio. And then, yeah, we'll just deploy all of these movers, and that should be fine. I don't know how many movers we have spare. There could be loads. There could be none. I have absolutely not got the foggiest of ideas. Also, yeah, another problem with buffering. We've got 100 hearts over here, and that's not what I need. I need them to be in this location, where they're going to be useful to me. Ah. And that is logistics done, and it's time to go and do the transit system, which I think is the last sort of like really interesting, unique bit of research that we can do. What did I say I was going to unlock? The jumper, the transit pad, and the transit stop. Yeah, so it's going to be like a station style thing. Okay, let's finish off this research. Maybe want to get advanced splitter, allows closing and prioritizing outputs, and a medium tunnel. That's just a length tunnel thing. Oh, I mean, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think it's anything to write home about. Yeah, in fact, I don't think it's anything to write home about at all. I don't even think the fast splitter is that good. I could do with getting quite a lot more power out here. But I feel like, to be honest, I mean, it's not been too annoying for me to get everything refilled like manually by hand. It's, yeah, surprisingly I've not really needed to devote much time to it. As long as you've got a good coal supply chain and you can sort of pick up resources consistently from coal plants. There we go. Yeah, not really any major downsides, and it just means that you don't have to plan around. It means that you don't have to plan around building coal belts everywhere, which I think is the real success story. Anyway, transit system, it's about a third complete already. We could probably manufacture some movers by hand, to be fair. The issue with movers is weak hearts, I think. No, it's larva. Oh, well, I've got some larva on my inventory, so let's put some of them in there. Yeah, but it is also weak hearts. Weak hearts from lack of spores. So let's go and do spores in there. Yeah, which will inevitably get moved out in order to manufacture fireflies. Ah. It's a shame, but it's fine. And I will take 100 spores out there and put them into here manually, which is fine. Yeah, so I think definitely, in terms of, like, comments about this build of the game, it just feels difficult to make a factory, to be honest. Like, I do feel like resources should be able to be picked up if they're just, like, lying on the ground. That feels like a no-brainer. Or maybe there's just, like, a little buffer chest, like a tiny little tinsy chest made from, like, a single bit of iron that allows you to, you know, to put down resources in a sort of, like, middle state. That would be really handy. But I love the power grid mechanics. I think that's really, really cool. I like the belt mechanics. I think the mover mechanics. I'd love to be able to tell the movers, hey, stop until you're fully loaded. Like, that feels like I should be able to do... Feels like something that I should be able to do at the worker bay, you know? But I can just say, hey, we want fireflies to operate in this area, or we want miners to operate in this area. I don't really feel like the bay is that useful for miners, because miners just go to their nearest depot anyway, so, you know, not really a big deal. Anyway, let's get the transit system finished up. Let's see what this last bit of kit is all about. And we are just about done with the transit system. Come on, you sucker. Literally just one more to go. Yeah, don't know why we had to do logistics as the sort of like interstitial component for the transport system, but hey-ho. Anyway, let's build a couple of jumpers. Let's build... Is there anything that I've not built in combat? No. Built everything here. And then we also need to get a transit pad and then a transit stop. Okay, that's... Oh my lordy, they take a lot of larva. We should definitely have larva spare. Do we not? We got 28 larva spare. That'll help me somewhat, I suppose. Let's maybe just get one single jumper then, since I've got the larva for that. Right, I'm thinking the test is going to be... can we move some iron... Can we move some iron by jumper? Right, so we want to get this here. We want to get a jumper... Jumper there? Oh my lordy, it's huge. Okay, and then jumper 1, station here? This thing? How does this work? Jumper, module, fuel. What the heck? Okay, it's got no fuel. I don't know what does the jumper need? What does it need to eat? Fuel slot? Is it coal? It could be coal. Let's have a look. Let's also maybe get one more transit stop if we can. What do I need? More spores? No, more iron. Okay. More iron. Transit stop. Not enough ingredients. What do I need? I need... Cut that out. Yeah. So that I can get that back. Nice. Let's go and put a transit stop. What the heck? How do we put down a transit stop? Turns transit pads into stations when built adjacent to them. Okay. So we need 2. And then we need a transit pad to go down here, basically. That's not a transit pad. That's a primitive processor. Yeah, so hypothetically, in this hypothetical world, we're going to get a transit pad. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't necessarily need to go here, but yeah, in there. And then we're going to get a... We're going to get offload here. Sure, you know what? Just offload here, and then... I need to get wood. Thankfully, I'm quite close to wood. Yeah, wood for iron chest, iron chest. Then we turn this... There we go. This into a station now, which is great. And then we get a pylon here. We get a wood chest here. Nice. And then we go back down to the bottom, and we're going to see if this is going to work. Let's nab that for fuel. Good. You're going to get stationified. Do we need... We do need a... Oh, that's bad. That's bad. We need some more pylons, but I don't have that much wood. So, we gotta hope. Right, let's go and see if that's enough. I don't know if you're going to need... fuel? Fuel slot? Okay, good. It's in fuel. That's great. It looks like it's locked and loaded. Let's, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter what we put in. As long as we put in something. Maybe... what do we need? It's iron. I put all my flipping iron into the jumper. Ah, even that's not enough flipping iron to do this. Hold on. Give me iron from there. Right, one long-armed inserter. That's all we need. Okay. We'll take resources from here. There we go. Okay. Take resources from here. Load it into the jumper. We're under attack from the purifiers. No. No, 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 no. 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 There we go. Throw them all in. I don't care anymore. Yeah. What did you destroy? You destroyed one thing. Well, have at it. You... We'll get this replaced. Oh, they destroyed us. They didn't destroy the splitter. That's good. Good. And one more. Great. Okay. You know what? I don't care about that. So here's what we do. We go new station. Station 1. Actually, it's probably from station 2. That's station 2 down here. Yeah, because we built it second. Station 1. To station 2. Nice. Go. Settings, full cargo, empty cargo. -1 max seconds wait time. Yeah, I mean, you should just go, right? I don't know. Let's put it on to 5. Station 1. 5 on station 2. Cool. Departure, time until departure. It's in the seconds now. Okay, its status isn't changing. Let's take this out of here. So if I just don't touch you, if you don't get loaded, will it just take off? No, it doesn't seem to want to take off. Let's try placing it down again. See if you work. No fuel. Cool. And sure, again, just to simulate a package, no destination to find. Let's do jumper 2. Select jumper first. Yeah, cool. Station 2 to station 1. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. It's got some packages here. That's great. And away you go. Okay, well, you're just not working. Okay, well, that's disappointing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because it does seem to say time until departure. I mean, -1. If we set it to -1. -1. No departure conditions defined. Yeah, I just gave you departure condition. Video game? I gave you departure condition. Say empty cargo. What about that? Jumper 2. Jumper 2, station 2, empty cargo. Great. And then we just take it out. And now, no path to station. Huh. I wonder if it's a grid issue? Maybe? I feel like it's absolutely a pathing issue rather than anything else. Okay, we'll try once more. That. We'll try building one pad over here. I don't have high hopes. I don't have high hopes. We get that in there. That in there. Then we go jumper 2. Station 2 is invalid. That's fine. So now we get station 3. Empty cargo. Empty cargo. Great. How about that? No path to station. Is it to do with the fact that I got a pylon right next door? No. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Unless there is some other component that I'm missing out on. Massive airborne beast sleep. Do they need to be connected like laterally? Like across this way? Oh, they do. They do. Okay, so they can only... Oh. That's it. That's all they can do. Well. Input, output. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, don't care. Jumper 2. Get rid of that. Add new station. Station 4. Oh, Is working. Is working. Okay. Yeah. Well, empty cargo? Sure. Yeah. I mean, all of this tech for that? Don't get me wrong. It carries a lot of stuff. But belts are way more useful, I guess. And then we'd have to build, like, loads and loads of these transit pads if we wanted to even move it up to here. We'd probably need, like, 4 transit pads in order to get up to that location. Yeah, why can't we just have, like, a flying insect? What's wrong? Why does this insect have to jump? Why can't it just fly? I mean, it's got wings, for goodness sake. Anyway, I don't know. However, what I do know is, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the video. We're gonna wrap this one up. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I think this game needs a fair bit of work before it is gonna be ready for sort of full release. But I've talked about all of the things that I think it could change. That being said, I think it's a really interesting concept. Obviously, very, very sort of similar to Factorio. Big fan of Factorio. Love Factorio. Want to play more of it. But yeah, interesting concept for a game. Didn't really dive too much into the sort of combat mechanics. I don't really think there is much sort of combat mechanics to really talk about. It's literally all sort of just done for you with these feastling bomb things. But yeah, interesting concept. You can play this version of the game, link down in the description below. Let me know what you think in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, as ever, thank you very much for watching. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.